for a test on the car line.
Hey, throw that radio away. It's running our life. I just got through listening to it. It's fucking terrible. That's all you hear, that stupid radio.
Really?
Because it's set right by the
It's off.
Like, I couldn't even watch it. Just dropped the noise.
At least the 200,000 people aren't watching us right now. Yeah, we know you're watching us. We see you guys. We're just letting things build up right now. We've got...
All of our cameras are fired up.
Dave has had a long day, everybody.
Like, it's not raining. It's called dust.
He hasn't had any food yet.
What are you talking about? We're letting the live feed build up before we get the action underway. The RCV recovery crew. Guess what?
Make sure all your buddies-
They're getting into place. We are live right now, right? I'm getting mixed messages from my director over
You're
here.
live. No, it's no mix. You're live.
We've got Mad Ram in the house, Busted Knuckle in the house, Image Off-Road Photography is in the house. We have got Rock Racing TV. Who else do we have here? We've got Scott Goforth's Entourage.
Busted Knuckle?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah,
Okay.
I did. Someone's not listening to me
Sorry,
right
I'm
now.
trying to
She's
get- I'm
mo.
trying to-
I know. Whatever. No need.
You doing your shares?
She didn't. Look, obviously she didn't eat lunch today. Bree's getting a little hangry over here. Look, I got some nuts over here.
You didn't eat breakfast or lunch, so what does
Bree,
that say about
Let
you?
me get my nuts out. Here we go.
Oh, thank you, Dave.
There you go. I got some nuts here. And
Those actually are pretty good.
they're pretty daggum good, all right? Just in case. But she's a chocolate
Are we
kind
going
of
to
girl.
mention that we have Travis Skelton in here with us, too? I feel like we've just been ignoring him.
Look, if you don't know who Travis Skelton is, he's currently leading the SRRS Bounty Series, UTV Bounty Series, then you've been in a hole. Now, I digress. You know, we all have full lives, but this is one of the most competitive. What do you think? Explain the Bounty Series to everybody, Trav.
Well, it's a 5-hill event. You show up and you got to climb the first hill. Let me start over. Last year in the Bounty Series, we'd be judged by a number of attempts or backups. It got kind of confusing, so Clyde changes this year, and we have one timed hill. Our first hill is a timed hill, and that determines our finishing order if you finish all 5 hills. So you climb hill 1, you progress to hill 2 and hill 3 and hill 4, and hopefully hill 5. Hill 5 is usually pretty rough, you know. Between breakage and people making it, you're lucky to have 2 or 3, 4 buggies left at the end. But it's a good time.
This year, you're sitting in first place. I was at your last event at Blue Holler, which, huh?
Who's on his heels?
Who's on the hills?
On my heels in the Bounty Series, Jamie Coldarn. He was right behind me.
Oh yeah, it's
Who's on his heels?
right. You
I
got
thought you said hills.
yeah.
Who's on his heels? I'm like,
I did too, but you know, I'm just like, well, maybe it is hot outside. And I'm not
Super
hearing
hot.
things properly, but yeah, Jamie Cold Iron is right there in his naturally aspirated machine, his 1000,
Yep. I think there's like 5 points between us.
and you got
Where
you
we're
got
at.
some of the most extreme drivers in the world, like Michael Flanner. Michael is just. I was going to use a word, but I have to behave. He is insane. He's got a screw loose.
Yeah,
when
he's
he
crazy.
shows up, he doesn't care.
He's the Hellacious Buggy's the name of his rig.
Yeah, it's a heck of a Can-Am buggy.
Yeah.
And
He does a really good job. He's not scared to send it, that's for sure.
no. So, where are we going to be next week, Trav?
Harlan, Kentucky. Black
Harlan.
Mountain down there.
So, come on out. What time do y'all usually kick it off? About 9 in the morning?
Yeah, drivers meeting will be at 9 o'clock and we'll start racing at 10. And that's a really nice park down there. They've got all kinds of cabins, which are usually rented out well in advance. But all kinds of cabins. It's a really nice place to stay and some great trail riding.
Now, is it great to, like, let's say somebody doesn't have their rig with them, they just got their, everyday ride with them, their truck or car or whatever. Is it rough to get out to the hills over there?
Are we
or-
racing at the same spot we did? Yeah, you can drive a pickup truck up there to
Okay.
where we're racing. It's got to be 4-wheel drive, but you can, and it's not real rough. It's just steep, unless it's changed from last year. But it should be fine.
Right. So come
Yep.
on out next week. We're going to be over in Harlan, Kentucky. God's country, eh?
Yeah, it's way down in eastern Kentucky.
So how far is it from you?
It's about 3 hours from us. It's way
Now-
down in the bottom of the state down there.
You race in the Bounty Series. You also race in this series, the
Cup
National,
Series.
the Cup Series.
Yep.
I know you got to have some help. Everybody has some help, whether it's their friends helping them, whether it's sponsors.
Oh, definitely.
Did you have anybody who you may want to give a shout out to before the action starts?
Yeah. Number one, always my mom and my family and friends. And I got all my sponsors written down so I don't miss nobody because I feel horrible when I do. Bryant Dunnigan with Rock Life Off-Road. You know, there's a whole group of us, a whole team of us racing this year. And actually, yesterday with me and Jamie being on the podium, you know, that's 2 Rock Life guys right there. And the weekend before, we was also on there with Brandon Davis. It was us 3 the past 2 weekends.
Well, don't forget
So that
about
was
this
pretty neat.
Rock Life Off-Road member right here sitting next to me.
Hey, well, I tried to get her to drive.
She's on the
See,
team. She's on the team, man.
She had her chance.
Honorary member.
Hey, Michael Flanner, I don't know, but Bree was talking crazy a minute ago, man. She's talking bad about you, Mike. You probably need to rewind this after it's over and hear what was said about you, buddy.
So we'll give a shout out to these sponsors. We got DC Motorsports. He does my front diff. Gilbert's Off-Road out of London, Kentucky. You know, he built my chassis and everything. Same thing with Jason Cruz's. He built his and Clint Garrison's. Turner Axles, Evolution Power Sports. That's my tune on my motor. Side-by-side bushings, James Shelley. They're non-greasable bushing. They're not squeaking or nothing. They've been working great all year. My buddy Clint, PKP Powder Coating out of Nicholsville, Kentucky. All jacked up ATVs. Kenny Gaines down in Florida. He set me up on my clutches. And then Brian Hamby, who was also competing with us in the Bounty Series and the Cup Series.
I became a Brian Hamby fan after watching him
He's a super
in the
cool
Bounty
dude.
Series, man.
And Extreme Racer Performance is the name of his shop down in Winchester, Tennessee. So that covers them all right there.
Right on. So you can hang out with us while I just want to welcome everybody to Hawk Pride Off-Road. We are on the 3rd leg of the Southern Rock Racing National Cup Series.
Jamie Coldon is not right.
Now, if you're wondering what we're all laughing about, if you're not on the Southern Rock Racing page right now watching the live feed, you're not seeing these comments, get on the... First of all, I need you to share this. We're about to kick off hill number 2. I'm sure most of you have been watching hill number 1. Hill number 2 is going to be amazing. Wouldn't you say, Brie?
Well, hill number 1 was way more intense than anybody thought it was going to be. So I have no idea what's going to happen on hill number 2.
No, but it's going to be pretty amazing. Long story short, we were about to kick off hill number 2, and after hill number 2, word on the street is there is going to be one heck of a bounty hill kicking off.
I heard about that. I
Large
can't wait.
purse of money, and it's not going to be an SRRS sanctioned event, but Hillside Live is going to be right there catching all the action. So what I need you to do right now, y'all, if you haven't done it already, I need you to share this. Share it for the drivers. What does it mean to you, man? Like being a driver, racing a couple of different series. Who are you doing this for? I know on some level you're doing it for the adrenaline and whatever, but can you tell us why you do what you do, brother?
I've always been competitive, race motocross and stuff like that, and I just enjoy competing. And we come out here to race the best, the best guys on the East Coast that's into this, what we do. And it's a lot of work. We run all these different series, and it takes a lot of time and a lot of help from your sponsors and your friends.
What about the fans, man?
They're great. I mean, I meet them all the time, and I wish I had enough hats to give out to everybody that I meet all the time, but I always just run out. But fans are awesome. It's amazing how much they remember when they walk up and talk to you and stuff you'll forget about. And they're like, well, remember when you did this, you did that? And I'm like, oh, yeah.
Hey, Michael Flanner. Michael Flanner saying, let's run the side-by-sides up against the bouncers. That's called Cash LaCroix. Cash LaCroix does that right now. We got a 10-year-old boy that's racing the best bouncer drivers in the world. So anybody with a side-by-side that wants to compete, come on out.
Yeah, definitely. And we got to climb the bouncer hill yesterday after our race. There's 4 or 5 of us put a pod up, and we tried it, and
What's up,
Fortunately,
brother?
I failed, but
What's
they
up,
made
brother
it.
Joe Pierce? And before we kick off, just want to recap hill number 1. What's up, Shelby St. Clair? Timmy Cameron took hill number 1 with a 17:52. In second place, who's in second place? Hill number 2.
Jack Porter.
Jack Attack. Scott Goforth Tire in third place. Will Stewart in fourth place. And yes, the Godfather himself, Mr. Bobby Tanner, in fifth place for hill number 1. Sixth place, Big Motor, Big Horsepower, Matt Schisler. And in seventh place, sneaking on in there, John Campbell representing West Tennessee. Then we have Bubba Bacon in 8th place. 9th place was Adam Ringer. 10th place was Sam Carter. 11th, Randall Key. 12th, Randall Boyd. And then Ryan Boyd. I don't even know what I said. Was Steve Robinson with a 2:54.31. But you know what? That was the run to go back and watch. Let me tell you, that was a heck of a run. Nick Campbell put it down, baby.
Yeah, he kept eating, and he finally got out the top. It was pretty wild.
And then everybody else, Jason Harrison, the Riot Buggy, Timmy Chuck Racing, Nate Blackwell from NCB Diesel, who is sponsoring this event, Scott Lehman, Brandon Davis, Blake Schultz, Mike Welch, Lil Tim Bacon, and Matt Hull. They were all DNFs. They either ended up on their sides, broke. It was one heck of a show.
There were more rollovers on Hill 1 than I think we've had on any single hill, or maybe at any event even so far.
Nice to see the buggy.
They're gonna take it out a little bit more, make it more interesting.
Now, I had a couple people tell me that the course isn't going to change, but I digress. Those boggers are doing work, son.
Are there enough trees between us and those buggies? Because it's kind of like right up above us.
You see that Super ATV? You see that Super ATV sign? We're about 7 feet from that. All right, we're feeling them rocks.
They got hung on that tree.
What's up, Scott Henson? Thomas, we're not going to make any promises about broadcasting the Bounty Hill live. That's kind of all still up in the air. It's not an official SRRS event. If the drivers hit it, though.
But you need to make sure our viewership is where it needs to be. You need to share this, people. All right.
If we've got the views and the drivers decide to go for it, we'll be live.
So do us a favor and share this joker. And don't do it for Dave Z and Bree. Do it for these drivers. These drivers, you know, we all need to show them some love here. They put it all out there week after week for us with their spending their time, their money, getting everything ready. A lot of money, wouldn't you say?
Oh wow! I believe that Chubb buggy's from Kentucky, isn't he? Up around Dirty Turtle in that area, or no? I see him up there a lot.
It's either there or Tennessee. Where?
Is he out of Tennessee?
What was the first race we saw him at? Was it Windrock? Or was it Dirty
Turtle? Yeah, I believe. It's a good-looking bug.
It's all running together already.
Now, who knew that Bobby Tanner be the first one out there helping him out with some words? He's everywhere.
Bobby's always the first one out
He's the
there.
original ninja. Oh man, there's my brother from another mother. What's up, Alex Cunningham? We miss you out here. I know you're stuck at work.
Tell you what, if Bobby had his buggy today, he would be sending up this hill right here. Definitely, you would see some action. I don't know. He was a little conservative earlier, so he didn't want to tear it up. He's still done a good job. He made it out the top. Time will tell.
We got Timmy Chuck says he's from Nash Vegas, and James Cantrell says they're from Indiana. I don't know. Are we all talking about the same people here?
Could be.
Who's that?
Timmy Chuck said they're from he's from Nash Vegas, and James Cantrell says they're from Indiana.
Wow.
So I don't know if everyone's talking about the same people or not.
Good deal, Jerry Foley. Jerry Foley said they're from Texas, and they were there but didn't race. They were definitely in Texas. I remember Chubb down in Texas.
Okay.
No, it was Bikini Bottoms, no?
They're from Texas, but he was at Bikini Bottoms. Apparently nobody knows. Maybe we need to just get Mike here in the trailer with him.
Yeah. Once he gets out of there.
Problem once and for all. Go to the source.
I wanted to get Mike in the trailer earlier because after that flip, after that flop earlier, he took a good hard lick, and he ran into that trouble where that motor wouldn't start back up, and I mean, it was just a shame. Took it like a champ, though. Definitely need to get him in here.
See if we can get him in here.
Mike Welch.
What's up, Bjorn? Glad to have you joining us from Norway.
Is that Booby? Booby! Oh, that's another one.
We'll see you next week.
No, that's a different one.
He'll see you next week.
That's a different one.
He'll see somebody in Iceland next week.
Okay.
Ask him if he shared it yet on YouTube.
Hey, Bjorn, have you shared it on your YouTube channel yet? If not, you need to get it on Facebook and YouTube, baby.
Michael Flinner, I'm going to put you out of your misery. Dave was just messing with you. I didn't say anything about you.
No, we were just talking about you, buddy. Your ears
being a goofball.
Your ears must have been ringing. Talking about how you and Hellacious are something to see at these events.
They were talking about the Bounty series.
Yes, sir.
And your name came up. In a good way. All good things.
Oh,
all
yeah, for sure, man. Exciting driver. Not a care in the world.
You just need to get ready for next weekend, buddy. We got a lot of work to do.
Now, Jamie Coldiron was the one talking trash.
Jamie's good at that. He means no harm, but he's really good at talking smack.
That prison system corrupted him.
If you don't have a sense of humor, you best not mess with Jamie Coldiron, or your feelings will get hurt.
That's like that described half the people out here, though.
All right, so if we can get Mike Welch in the trailer, that'd be great. It's about time. Long overdue speaking to him in here.
Do we know what happened with the Chubb buggy, or did he just decide he had enough? Anybody?
He had his left rear was flat. I don't know if that caused him to stop. But.
Okay, we got Hillbilly Deluxe.
All right,
All right, we got Austin Farmer on the line for Timmy Chuck Racing, if I'm not mistaken.
She's got
his first time ever racing Rock Bouncer today.
He said it was like the first time
this
ever.
is the hill that he has to do.
It's like he said he's never even driven a Rock Bouncer.
Oh. Timmy Chuck, I hope you schooled him on hit and reverse real quick if he needs it.
There it is, Austin.
Now, see,
nice. He got that reverse, baby.
He got it.
He may have Cheryl Davis directing track or something. Holy crap! He's definitely broke. Holy crap.
Driver's side?
Who was that? Who's in there?
It's Austin.
Is it Austin, though?
Well, I don't know. Who else would it be?
Is that Jack Porter in there? Did someone sneak Jack Porter in that buggy? Or did you see Bobby Tanner between when he was helping Chubb out and
I don't know.
because if
We'll
not,
find out,
Austin
Dave. We'll
Austin
find
done
out.
found himself right there because that was one heck of a show.
Winner said something.
Chuck said retreat.
Hey Timmy, you gave him that advice earlier. He just took you up on your advice, sir. Look, he treated that good old buggy bad right there.
Thanks for sharing, Bjorn.
Thank you, sir. On it like a haunted, Timmy Sorensen.
Ask Bjorn, is he going to be at the race on the 18th over in Iceland?
Hey, Bjorn, you know we're going to be over in Iceland on the 18th of this month. Are you going to be there? What's up, Scott Mills, representing the Jackson, Tennessee area?
No. Clyde's trying to talk me into it.
Why don't you go?
I don't know. We'll see what happens.
I think Bree may be in Iceland too.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a mixture of things going on.
They were handling from there. Okay. He is acting.
Hey, Jerry Foley. Okay.
You think Zach?
Hey,
Another reason.
Christopher Ewing, here's the deal with the running start. That's a great question. Why didn't he just go in reverse and then get a running start? Because some of these ledges, if you look at these gentlemen, how tall they are, Bobby Tanner. Oh boy, that's us right there. Hey Timmy, you almost bought yourself a production trailer. Good job, buddy. Timmy Sorensen. The reason why they don't get a running start right there from the bottom is because that's about 14 feet up. And I'm not saying it's completely vertical, but those are pretty large steps, wouldn't you say, Bree?
I mean, yeah, not something you want to hit, you know,
Full bore.
with too much speed. We need to get Mike Welch in here and figure out where he's from.
I'll go get it for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's that on the line? Is that the right?
Ooh, he sounds like it.
Is something wrong with it? Oh yes, he lost a Tyrone.
Oh boy. Jake Berkey is here right now as well. I guarantee he's going to be one of the top 2 or 3 people on the scene. There he goes.
Front driver broke since he's the first leg.
Oh my goodness. We are in for it today. We are in for a rock bouncing treat
This is
today,
gonna be
people.
crazy.
Holy cannoli. Unbelievable.
Yep, you can see it right there, the wiggle stick.
He drove over like he used to be driving. I was like, I ain't seen him run much.
Scott Mills, if you walk over to the pavilion and just keep on walking, you'll be at the top of the hill. There's a huge playground and a bunch of bouncer hills and bounty hills down there. So it's, as the crow flies, maybe 150, 200 to 250 yards from the pavilion, right on the other side of the RV park. Holy crap. Jake Berkey's wondering what he's going to have to do to fix this thing right now.
I haven't seen Berkey out there yet. When did he get here?
Yeah.
So when did he get here?
Awesome. He was coming right for
Huh.
you.
Yeah, he said he was going to join us in here, but now I'm sure he has his hands full. Maybe we'll get him in here for a full report in a little while.
I mean, I don't think he's gonna fix that right now.
Yeah, he got rear there. He dragged it down there.
If this is foreshadowing of things to come, we are in for one heck of an afternoon, y'all.
Kyle, yes, the Icelandic drivers will be at Bikini Bottoms finals this year. The Formula drivers, Formula Off-Road. Hi.
Man,
That is going to be October 4th through 7th at Bikini Bottoms.
we've been wanting to get this gentleman in here for the past 3 events.
Okay, you have to tell us where you're from. Like, everyone has said something
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. Mike Welch of Chubb Racing. What are you calling it now? 3 sheets into the wind fabrication. I've loved talking about 3 sheets for the past few races. What's up, Mike? How you doing, brother?
We're out right now. Still out of breath, and we're from Tennessee.
Wow, okay,
That's right. I mean, obviously, all the great bouncer drivers are from Tennessee.
clearly.
So, Mike, you must still be out of breath from hill number 1. What a shot you took, brother.
I don't know what happened there.
Was that your first rollover in that buggy?
Yep.
How did it feel to get it out of the way? Were you, what are the gamut of emotions that were going on, man?
I mean, it wasn't that bad, really. So at least it's over with.
And it was a respectable shot. It just wasn't, I mean, you landed on your feet, and we were fully expecting you to kick it back on. What happened? Tell us what happened to the buggy.
The distributor come apart inside the distributor. Okay. And it wouldn't fire up. We like to never found it, you know. Then it turned the timing on it too, so we barely got it back going. You know.
Heard you guys out there working on it.
I busted the shock on the first one. I thought I had that second hill. I was right there at the top.
Man, well, you're right there with the best of them, because a lot of big names struggled. We thought hill number 1 was going to be the easy one, right?
Yeah.
Kind of, sort of. We say easy, but the easier of the two.
It was pretty rough. It was real rough. This is the roughest I've ever been on. So.
Well, you're not acting like this is the first time that you've been on stuff this rough. You handled yourself like a true pro.
Thank you.
And you entertained us. You entertained the world today, my friend. And we appreciate what you do. We know how hard it is. You want to talk a little bit about 3 Sheets Into the Wind? About what y'all do?
Me and Chad, my buddy, he helped me build it, and we just, 3 sheets in the wind, just something funny, you know.
How did you come up with the design for your buggy, buddy?
We had a whole bunch of pictures stuck on a wall, and
really?
Yeah.
And where did you get like a lot of the information as far as the geometry? And because I mean, honestly, the buggy works well, man.
Me too, but we're building another one now. Okay. It's gonna be a lot different.
He done found it.
Oh, Adam.
He found it.
Christopher Ewing, we are in Alabama this very moment.
Adam Ringer.
We are
Adam
in
Ringer.
Tuscumbia, Alabama. Thank you.
Thanks, Mike. You're great, dude.
Appreciate it.
Bree, Adam Ringer almost won.
There you go.
Out the top. We ain't there yet. There it is.
Nice.
35.97, 35.97, 35.97.
All right, now this is a pivotal moment. Adam Ringer just hit a 35.97. Showed every one of the drivers at the bottom that this is doable, and it can be doable fairly quickly.
Yep.
I believe one of the times last year, somebody ran it in about 9 seconds or 10 seconds. It was ridiculous.
For what?
Well, the different finish line.
Right, it was a different finish line. Right.
This hill?
I believe, yeah, it's going to get one shot. I'm going to go on the record right now. That's going to be my call. Some of these going to one shot it, and it's going to be a 14 second, 13 second hill, maybe. I'm going to say 13, 14.
Okay.
I know that's a little crazy.
I'm going to go with like a 17.
20, 17?
18.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And we have
I'm going to go with 19.
19?
Yeah.
I see what you just did right there.
Randall's lining up now. Okay.
All right, we got my guy, Randall Key, lining up. And Randall was intent on seeing what Adam Ringer was going to do and the line that Adam Ringer was going to run. So it's going to be pretty intense. Please, people, we just started hill number 2. Adam Ringer is in the lead with a 35.97. Mike Welch did not finish, and Timmy Chuck Racing, Austin Farmer put on, just beat Hillbilly Deluxe down. Jason Harris.
Did you ever have believed that today was his first day ever racing or
well,
practically even driving a rock bouncer?
No. You could definitely see on hill number 1 where the inexperience and just the shock of, hitting the way you hit and these hills came into play. But that second hill, he treated Hillbilly bad.
Oh, yeah.
What's up, everybody? Here we go. Randall Key.
Randall.
This is where that rear steer is going to come into play.
Mm-hmm. There he goes.
Man,
just clearing off some of the foliage over there. No big deal.
I guarantee you Bobby Tanner is 15 feet away from him right now, just in case anything happens.
Josh Hale, I have been thinking the exact same thing.
All right, easy. There you go. Back up and stab it again.
We'll see it going. Come on, Randall. What's that rear steer?
Yeah, Bree and I are planning our means of egress out of this trailer as fast as possible. We're probably going to have to drag Clyde Bynum with us because he's so focused on directing this show. He wouldn't know.
At least we'll see it coming, though.
Yeah, hopefully.
On the video.
Yeah, that's if
not even talk
our
about
cameraman
that. I don't
doesn't
wanna talk
lift.
about it.
Our cameraman needs to stick with it.
There you go.
Come on, Randro.
Out of the way. That'll help. Perfect.
All right, y'all, that's Randall Key. For those of you who don't know Randall Key, you've known Randall a long time, haven't you?
Yeah, Randall has been racing as long as I have, or longer.
There it is.
SRRS.
He got it. Crowd going insane right now.
Nice. Good job, Randall.
Yeah.
123.24.
123.24.
123.24. Not too shabby. That puts him at
All right, it was his goal to hit both hills. Randall Key knocked out a 123.24. And I know that's disappointing to him right now. He's in the points race.
I mean, just the fact to make it to the top, nothing's broken. I mean, yeah, this hill might end up becoming a beast later. It's already getting dug out, yeah.
And we appreciate you guys joining us. This is the third round of the Southern Rock Racing Series National Championship Points Race. We are here in beautiful Tuscumbia, Alabama at Hawk Pride Mountain Off-Road. Just a gorgeous park. Great place to for the big one-ton rigs and bouncers to play. But also if you have a Jeep side-by-side, it's a huge park, and they work really hard at keeping it up and providing us all with some world-class trails. Now, Nate Blackwell and NCB Diesel, they're sponsoring this event.
Yeah, and Nate is out here today racing as well. He's got old TC built Moneymaker buggy out here.
All right, y'all. I know a couple of y'all are wondering where everybody's sitting in the standings. Hey, Clyde, you mind popping that up right now? We got a couple of people asking. All right.
We'll show the list of standings in just a minute.
Yeah,
You'll be
thanks
able
for
to see it
asking,
on the
Bjorn.
screen.
And you guys can check it out anytime that you want during the week to see where everybody's at and to keep up with it. You can go to SRRS.rocks and you can go to the results tab and see each race results and also see the entire year's standing. It looks like we have Sam Carter right now in Plum Bug, a TC built buggy. Old Sam representing Oklahoma.
That stump keeps getting taller and taller as it gets dug out.
It really does. I saw that. Hey, come on, sit down, Oss. Take a load off, brother. Man, we've got Timmy Chuck Racing representing right now. We've got Austin Farmer sitting in with us.
Why, hello, Christy. Look, your lovely wife just popped in.
What's up, Christy Z?
Austin, that was awesome. And besides just the fact that it was a great beatdown, for like your first time ever racing that buggy, dude, what were you thinking out there?
First time, I didn't realize that first ledge was as high as it was, and it just sent me up. Got me straight up, and I was like, oh. So I went up, moved over, and tried the other one.
We were glad that you found a person.
Man, what a save, man.
Chuck said, retreat.
Now, have you done anything like that before in your life? Like, Sam, he saved. What a save.
I got a 1-ton YJ, but that's nothing like this. Mostly just try.
All right.
So you think you're going to have to ditch the YJ or rebuild or something now?
It's actually for sale right now.
Okay.
All I know, you were made for this, man. I swear I was like, who's in that buggy? Is it Bobby Tanner?
He was trying to say somebody else was driving it.
I mean, no disrespect, but from Hill 1 to Hill 2 was a different, just completely different mindset.
Yeah.
It was amazing, man.
Yeah, I got a little bit better feel for the buggy.
So maybe Timmy Chuck Racing will be adding another buggy to the fleet, huh? Adding another racing member to the crew. We'll see what happens.
Amazing run.
I would just like to say that everybody has done an amazing job today landing on their tires every time they roll over.
I've never seen anything
I think
like
everybody except 2 so far, if I'm not mistaken, has landed on their tires. And we've had like 10 rollovers. They're doing really well today.
Right. Well, on hill number 2, we're 6 in. We've had 6 people attempt, and we've had 2 people completed. Adam Ringer and Randall Key, 2 OGs in the game of rock bouncing.
That's right.
Randall's been racing with us since 2012, and only missed 1 or 2 races.
That's amazing.
Maybe.
Like ever since 2012.
Mm-hmm.
One race he missed was Doctor requested it, so he went out west for us.
Hey, y'all, do me a favor. We've got a good afternoon of rock bouncing. Some of the biggest names in the sport here, laying it on the line for us. Do me a favor and share this feed. Just hit the share button, share this feed. We also have a special surprise after this round is up. If the drivers are up for it, I reckon there's going to be a big money bounty hill.
Word on the street.
Word on the streets.
See what happens.
So you need to share this. We need to get viewership up. We need to do this for the drivers. We appreciate it. So Austin, the drive home, I mean, if you would have had to drive home after Hill 1, it kind of would have been like,
Yeah.
But I think that the drive home is going to be pretty entertaining, huh?
Yeah, I'm a little bit happier with the second run.
Absolutely, man. Randall Key, baby, he's talking to me. There it is.
I wish he would. That'd be a change in the game, wouldn't it?
So, Clyde, can we pop up the standings by any chance? So we could talk about it and show people how tight the race is. Now, there we have our 3 series. We have the Northern, Southern, and Central.
This morning,
And we have 3 races in each, and then at the finals, that's our 10th and final race. That's going to be in Dyersburg, Tennessee,
and I think he was right.
in October. So that's really how close it is. Now, this was prior. These numbers are prior to hill number 1, and today is stats.
It'll be updated after today's race.
See right here, Maxwell Cameron has the fastest time on hill 1.
Well, how about this? Who drives a green buggy like that?
But the man is more than
It's quite familiar.
Yeah,
That
seems
green and
like
black.
I may have seen that once or twice before.
capable.
Old Tim Cameron likes his color scheme.
Tim Cameron put a show on for us.
He sure did. He smoked that first hill.
Well, who smoked it long before him?
Jack Porter.
Jack Porter. And he edged Jack Porter out by literally
I know.
a half second. Soak it up. Hold on, how many seconds? Oh! How many seconds?
11.9.
What?
11.9.
What?
11.97.
I'm out of here! 12 seconds!
Y'all, I thought that rock was coming through the wall.
That would have just made my day. What a run! Tim Cameron! 11 what?
I don't know.
11.97.
All right. Wow. Okay.
I don't know. Somebody
I'm
called
just glad that
the
there's not a
12-second
hole in
run.
the trailer right now. Okay. Oh, that was a little scary.
I called it.
Check out, you got something leaking out the back, too, bro.
Thank you.
You did. You called it.
Something leaking. Check it out.
Hey, can we get Tim Cameron in here real quick?
I'm gonna say you just showed out with them.
Tell him to come in, please. He will.
Hey, Justin or Zach, somebody let me know.
Well, how about this? Here now, it ain't over till it's over, because my man from Kodak, Tennessee, one of our sponsors, and you know what? I'm not just going to talk nice about him because he's an SRRS sponsor. I'm going to talk nice about him because he takes care of everybody. If you need some tires, if you need some wheels, you got to give this guy a call. Now, is he going to be the cheapest every time? I'm going to tell you this: he's going to be extremely competitive. He's going to be cheapest a lot of the time, but the service, even if you pay 30 cents more or $1 more, I promise you, top-notch service. Scott Goforth cares.
Riding on them vision wheels.
He's backing up.
Are we all getting ready?
We're getting ready to bail.
He can't make it this long. He can't make it this long.
Okay, we're good.
Are you sure?
Man, but he falls off.
Why are you getting closer to the door then, Tommy?
Hey, he got off of it.
He literally bounced out of there. Oh my goodness. Scott Goforth, ladies and gentlemen.
Scott is showing out today, son.
Oh my God.
54.82, 54.82, 54.82. Scott is found for this
I'm just gonna go say this. Busted Knuckle or Mad Ram 11 is going to be putting something out later. I'm sure we will too. You're going to want to go watch the highlight reels from a different angle. Scott Goforth came out of those trees like I've never seen anything before. He came out sideways.
I was a little distracted watching Tommy about to bail out of this trailer over here.
I'm going to help a drive.
Oh.
There's a bunch of trees between us.
Uh-huh.
I don't know where you are going. I forgot. We gotta turn this back on.
Oh, that would have been pretty good.
I don't know.
You know when I'm in a van.
Hey, we got Tim Cameron.
Did we get a course clear yet?
No, we don't have a course clear yet. Wait, somebody come down.
Can we get Tim Cameron?
That was awesome.
Also, again, can somebody send Tim Cameron in here?
He down there calling down right now.
Yeah, no, that ain't gonna work.
Dave's like, that doesn't work for me.
It doesn't work.
Scott Goforth, I don't know if you can hear it or not, people, but he's getting a standing ovation right now from the crowd.
I said it before, Scott just needs to have a camera crew following him around all the time because it seemed to be the right motivation for today.
I'm gonna go on record right now and say Timmy just won the day with that run. All right.
Yes, Holton. Yes, big rocks hitting the trailer.
Timmy Cameron just secured himself a first place position with that run. Period.
That was pretty epic. Travis Moore would like to know what Adam Ringer's time is.
Adam Ringer's time was a 35.97. That is the closest to Timmy Cameron's 12-second run. So we have Timmy Cameron at 12 and Adam Ringer at 36 seconds, pretty much. You know what more? I mean, the shock tuning and that suspension, the way that he can hit it with that big motor as hard as he could hit it, and where that suspension just soaks everything up.
Where'd he go? Dude, get over here, Timmy. First of all,
hold on. We got Tim
Cameron.
Cameron.
Gave me a heart attack. I thought you were sending rocks through the trailer.
It was amazing.
Dude, what are you drinking?
Bro.
You know what holds some of your prize money to patch.
First of all, the time before you, it doesn't matter. We're still talking. The time to beat at that point was 35 seconds, 36 seconds roughly, correct? You know better than that. 35.97. 30. Adam Ringer held it. And we were talking about what the best time of the day was going to be. And somebody said 12 seconds. And got berated by everybody saying there ain't no damn way. It's not going to happen. You know what you ran, right, brother?
I have no idea, sir.
11.97.
Buggy took it. You know, we did hill one, which was rough. You know, because we didn't got. I ain't gonna lie, we've gotten pretty used to hill one being pretty mild. Heck, I almost think hill one was definitely ledges were bigger. This was more high risk because of steepness. But
nobody was expecting hill one to be what it was.
Oh, I agree 100%.
I don't believe that. I think you did, because I'm sorry, everybody else for 2 days was standing at hill 2 looking at hill 2.
Yes, sir. Right.
And I'm just being an observer. I noticed where you were standing, and you were standing looking at hill 1 and studying hill 1 while everybody else was studying hill 2.
I tried my best to just do one hill at a time. Just try to get through hill 1. I know we're gonna have a lunch break and focus on hill 2. But that hill 2, God, I can't even. The video don't even do justice how big that hole is. It's unreal. The cracked hole at the top. Yes, ma'am. Just to the right of the stump.
How close were you to the trees on the right after you landed, man? Because it looked like you were right there.
Yeah, I got barked in my beadlock ring.
Oh my God.
Barely.
Oh my God.
My initial goal was to skip that whole thing.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like I've grown to, like, my buggies are like my kids. I feel like.
Yes, sir.
And I ain't gonna lie. I don't like being mean to them. I know that sounds crazy, but I really don't like to be abusive to it. But so about 10 foot out, I felt like I was going slow. Something had to happen. I was already in high gear, and I gave it. And the big box got a lot of torque. It jumped up there.
Sure did.
I would not like to be Bubba Bacon right now. I'm just saying, because after what you just did right there,
yes, sir,
that's a lot of pressure.
But Bubba, he can handle it. He's a good.
Bubba got it.
He's a good competitor, and me and him, because we talk almost every day about strategy, about coming into a race, if we have an idea what we're going to be doing, about stiffening suspension, softening suspension. You know, we talk a lot, and Bubba, he can handle it. I'm pretty sure we talk. He's going to hit the same line I'm hitting. He might hit it even harder just because of hill 1 wise. You know, he's trying to make up a little bit of ground. You know what I'm saying? But
we're just going to go out there and say right now, if Bubba doesn't make this hill, Tim Cameron will be sitting in first place. That's all I'm saying. If my numbers are correct.
You're close. Yeah, I'm right there with you. I've been added up. I kind of know where I'm at and where I need to be at.
This is ridiculous. We have Mark from Hawk Pride, who I'm about to give a big hug to. I've got Jake Berkey, who just walked in. We've got rock bouncing royalty in here. Jake, you want to come on in here real quick? Sit down with me. Okay. We got a big rotation here.
Oh, gosh.
Man, what do you think of the park, Timmy? What do you think of Hawk Pride?
I love it. It's a little bit rougher than what I like. I ain't gonna lie. I love big monster dirt hills. You can just forevermore hold it. But
all right, y'all. We've got Timmy Cameron in here for another few minutes. We don't want to keep him too long. He just got out of the ride of his life. He's still in his fire suit. He's hot. He's tired. He wants to get out and help his fellow drivers. Y'all got any questions for Timmy Cameron? Ask away. Fair and final warning. All right, post the questions. We're going to be right back, and Timmy Cameron's going to get back with you.
No matter where your ride takes you. Whether it's a quick trip or a slow climb. When you choose RCV Performance Axles, you're guaranteed to finish every time.
Something leaking.
What's up, everybody? This is Dave Z, hanging out with Bree Molitor and none other than three-time champion Tim Cameron. We are here at Hawk Pride Off-Road in beautiful Tuscumbia, Alabama. It's a gorgeous day. It's hot. Yeah, it's a little bit dusty, but you know what? We're seeing some of the best rock bouncing that I've seen in quite some time.
That's right.
it's been wild. There's no doubt about that.
Tim Cameron just laid down an unbelievable smoking run. I'm sorry, Timmy.
It can be
It's
beat.
just
I pretty much I wanted to stop because I didn't want to hook the tree. That was my biggest fear. Hook the tree, then I've got to back up, worry about getting in the hole. But luckily I was able to get her woed down a little bit. And I got bark in the beadlock ring though. It was tight. It was close. Sure was close.
I've got $10 on it. I got $100. I'm laying odds right now. 100 to your $10. If anybody wants in on this, I got you up to $1,000. That Timmy Cameron's going to end up with 97 points today or more. If anybody wants some of that action, come talk to me, Dave Z. Leave a message.
Dave, you
I'm gonna
already
take
lost
that.
$5 last time.
I don't even want to talk about that. But did I pay that $5 up?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, of course I did. I'm a man of my word.
Timmy,
We got some questions for Tim, and then we're going to talk to. We got Jake Berkey on deck. He's nice enough to come in here. It's a hellhole in this trailer. It's hot as heck. Jake's like, yes.
I don't think I'll do the bounty, but I have a recommendation for someone to do the bounty. Is the fella that owns Jake's old riot buggy. I think wheelbase, suspension, power. My personal opinion, I think he can literally mount his tires to the bottom of it. And it's got enough snap that I think he'll jump right up it. That's my opinion. I think he can climb it no problem. And so I think he should be the one to bet Ed $5,000. You know, of course, you know it's a bet. So if something happens and don't climb it in a 5-minute time limit, you have to pay Ed $5,000. But I really think he can jump right up it. Sure do.
You going to take any of that action, Timmy?
I honestly, I think I could climb it no problem. But
No, I'm talking about. You going to help him out with some of that $5,000? You going to stay course him? Huh? You can put some of that money up?
I'd love to stay and watch. But
Wait, if you think you can climb it, no problem. Why aren't you gonna do it?
I don't want to risk turning the buggy over, bending some of the chassis because we got a big race in 2 weeks.
Outstanding.
I need to be going home, pulling stuff apart and checking on it and looking at it and making sure everything's good to go for the next go around.
People are wondering if or what was leaking from the buggy.
Probably the radiator. At the start line, I like to leave the fans off and get the motor up to about 215, 220, just that way it's at its max running temperature like power wise, when I leave the line. So it might have been puking a little bit. Probably need to get a little bit bigger cap.
How much horsepower you need?
I don't know what I'm just guessing ballpark. It made 671 to the ground, so that should be through 2-inch axles, a 43-inch tire. That should be 1,200-ish horsepower, but torque's probably higher than that. It has a lot of torque.
That's modest. 670 to the ground. That's modest.
It ain't gonna have nothing like Jake ain't gonna be as much as Jake's new one, but it's enough. It's enough for me.
You got 1,000 horsepower rig with 420.
There's absolutely no doubt that you're comfortable with her now.
Yeah, I love it.
Like this proved, I think, to everybody,
yes, sir,
that we knew it was going to work, and we knew it was going to work. But now you're 100% with that baby.
I hope so. I don't need to sell it. I need to keep it. And I have a bad problem of selling stuff. I need to keep it like.
This park is full of buggies built by you.
I don't know
that you no longer drive.
I don't know what Cole would do if you sold this one.
Because all drivers know. Seat time is hard to beat. We'd love to keep. It'd be awesome to keep one for years on end. That'd be tear it apart in the winter, repowder cut the chassis, go through everything. I think it's a no-brainer. It'd be awesome. But see, I can't really explain to myself what I would do different. Maybe raise the belly pan just a little bit. It's probably a little bit low.
So you think this one's going to be a keeper?
I need to keep it. Yes, ma'am. Need to.
All right, y'all. Well,
you know.
We'll see what happens.
Y'all, you can build one just as good. No.
They're all just showing up right now. Timmy, we really want to thank you for showing up.
Yes,
we don't want to hold you up.
No,
we know you got to get out there, brother.
Thank you.
Amazing show.
Thank you. I sure appreciate it. Thanks
yes,
a lot.
sir.
Yes, sir. We'll see y'all.
All righty. All righty. We are just playing musical chairs right now. We've got rock bouncing royalty up in here right now.
Blue Yeti. I like it.
Ladies and gentlemen, he may not pilot a rock bouncer, but this guy is responsible for more rock bouncing action than most people in this world. What's up, Mark?
Man, it's going good, Dave Z. I tell you what, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with all this video you got here. I've never seen rock crawling projected and broadcasted to the level that it is right here. I'm impressed.
Well, it's kind of a new thing. So we're
Mark is the owner of Hawk Pride Off-Road, and what an amazing job you've done over the past. Has it been like 9 years?
It's been 9 years. We're going to celebrate our 10th year anniversary, Memorial Day 2019. So that's going to be a big event here.
Now, I'm not going to give away your day job, but Mark does work a full-time day job, and it's kind of an in-depth career. He may have had to study a little bit to do what he does. But when he gets off of work, you would think after such a high stress level job, the last thing that you would want to do is come on out here and dig holes and work trail maintenance.
No. I'll tell y'all, digging holes is therapy. And I think all your rock bouncer drivers out there, they'll tell you why they do this and why we hang around this kind of stuff. It's fun to do. We get relaxed. There's an element of danger involved in this sport, but we work hard to keep these spectators safe out there, and these drivers, we know they're going to be safe because of the rigs, the quality of the rigs today compared to even 9 years ago when we started doing this. I've never seen a difference in craftsmanship and strength and the way their cage designs. It's all computerized. It's not old school anymore.
Is Strebeck out here right now?
Strebeck's in Miami. One of my ultimate, incredibly crazy drivers. He's not afraid of anything. He's on vacation. He's missing this big event.
We're giving Strebeck a shout out.
Oh yeah, Strebeck's a top mechanic and a good builder. And you guys, the top of the lines here this weekend. I'm impressed with everybody here.
And speaking about top of the line, we've got Brandon Davis from Davis Racing on the line right now.
All right, y'all. Thank you very much.
It was great seeing you, brother.
Thanks, Mark.
I'm gonna supervise. That's what I do best. Supervise.
Great job, Mark. The park looks great. All right, now Brandon Davis had some tough luck on hill number one.
Jake, you want to come sit over here?
Come on, Jakey. He threw a belt on hill number one, which took him out. He was a DNF. Hill number 2, I think we're going to see something different right here. Brandon and I have a deal worked out. He's
that's
definitely
right.
going to make this hill.
But we're gonna get to see if it actually
There's
works
no
or
doubt.
not.
It's just like
It's
12
a good
seconds.
experiment.
Whoever is, he's taking a different line. Copy course clear.
if he's taking a different line, there's no way.
What's up, dude? By the way,
Not
how
much.
long have you been here? I haven't seen you at all
Pretty
today.
much most of the day. You
Oh.
know, we came in this morning.
Here you go,
Okay.
Jay.
We're spectating today, but you got to check out Brandon Davis on the line. There it goes. That's shaking the whole entire trailer. Here we go. Let's see what type of line he picks. Get right up the middle. Oh, totally doable. Absolutely. Dad right there, man. Smoked it right up the middle. Laid down an awesome time.
11.10,
First place. That is the new leader right there.
Get him in here.
Heck
Get him in
yes.
here.
Heck yes. So we saw somebody do it in another race, straight up the middle. It could be done. We knew it could be done. Sitting down there as a spectator now, it's a lot different than actually being out there driving. So I got to tell people, just smoke it up the middle, because I got nothing to lose. You know what I mean? I'm just on the
Right.
sidelines
You're just
cheering people on.
standing
And I'm like, oh yeah, you got it, man. I'm so happy that he took that line and actually showed everybody that it could be
Holy
done, because that
cow.
was awesome right there. Heck yeah. The crowd is going nuts
Everyone's
outside
just
right
like,
now.
wait, what?
Oh yeah. He had to make up for hill number 1. There's no
Look
doubt
at
about
him.
that. You know, no doubt about that. You can feel the energy from inside the trailer. He has just got everybody stirred up outside. That's cool right there. Well, heck yeah. Well, I'm glad to be here.
Bye, Dave.
Hey, hill number
Yeah, I guess
I don't
Dave's
know where
gone.
he's going.
Where you going?
I'll be back.
Hurry up.
Dude, what have you been working on lately?
Well, building the Busted
in.
Knuckle name. You know, we started up the new shop in Cullman, Alabama, and we're building buggies now. We've built a bunch of chassis, and now we're starting to build turnkey rigs. We've stepped up our operations a ton. We've got full-time employees, and we're starting to do that stuff. We've got a lot of parts sales. That's all been kicking off. But
Yeah.
I moved to a new town. I built a new house, bought a new shop, and started a new business all at the same time.
Yeah.
So we're putting in 18-hour days every day, you know, every single day of the week. And this is the first time I've had an opportunity to come to a race. Even as a spectator, it just feels like home,
Yep.
you know?
Yep.
So can't wait
Always
to
does.
be back for sure.
Are you working on your own buggy yet?
Yes,
Is there something
yes.
in the works?
Let's see who. Heck yeah, there it goes again, right up. Oh no! I think he made it. Yep, there you go. Yeah, I'm working on my own buggy now. I've got a really cool and different drivetrain from anything else we've seen before in the past. It's not something that's commercially available. It's completely off the wall, and hopefully it will put me ahead in the next season. But we'll see how that all pans out. You know, it's got a lot of motor and some axles that are unbreakable, so that'll be pretty cool.
Unbreakable.
Unbreakable. Yeah,
Those are good ones to have.
that's exactly right.
Hey, Clyde, can you tell me what Matt's time was, please?
Brian Boyd.
Oh, yeah, Ryan, sorry.
15.12.
15.12. I'm in the wrong spot here. Dave left,
I know.
and now I'm
Dave, you can just tell back in here.
trying to multitask
Hey, if
over
somebody
here.
see Dave Z, tell him to get back in the trailer, please.
I guess Tim must have
There
gotten
he
his
is.
buggy fixed.
Yes. I put Ryan. That was Ryan Boyd with a time of 15.12.
Justin, can you get these people up in front of our camera again? We're going to in front of our camera again.
Where'd you go?
I wanted to get Brandon, tell him that he goes.
So did anybody take you up on your bet?
No, the bet's over now, though.
Oh no. Now that people
I
have
wish
found
they
that
would.
line, that could have pushed him back.
I tell you what, we still have some big horsepower. We got Bubba Bacon, we got Matt Schisler, heck, we got Scott Lehman, who's up here. How's
Yep.
the buggy right now? Broke. So we a little broke right now.
Little Tim Bacon.
Oh, no, not again.
Uh-oh. Come on, Tim.
Hey, where's Brandon?
Hey, Jason Harris is driving that kind of buggy now.
Yeah, Jason, the new driver, arrived. He was driving the heck out of it. He hit that ledge and a Heim joint broke. And I asked him, I said, man, when's the last time you checked the Heims? You know, he says, honestly, never. So, oh, as soon as he hit it, broke, yeah. But he was able to hold on to it sideways on that wall. That was crazy. With no steering. Coming down the wall, pigeon-toed sideways off that thing. That was awesome. He's only been in that buggy a handful of times. I got to give it to him. It's tough to get in one and do that.
Hey, Jake, let me ask you something, man.
Yeah.
What's been going on? Have y'all been talking about what you've been doing?
Yeah, a little bit.
You missed all that.
I missed all. I just, I'll just rewind and see what you're doing.
All right.
What, have you talked about your buggy?
Yeah, a little bit. So,
Okay.
so my buggy's being built right now.
Right,
It's,
right.
We've bought mostly everything to build the buggy, but we just haven't really done any of the labor.
Right,
like
right,
the
right.
chassis done and all the drivetrains in there. But
You
uh,
talk
What are
about
you gonna
busted
call
knuckle?
well, it's still gonna be a riot buggy, so I'm gonna call it. It's gonna be the same theme, right? So we've got riot chassis. It's gonna be a riot buggy, but it's gonna have it's gonna be a riot something. You know what I mean? It'll have a second name.
Another
to it.
riot.
Yeah, like a 2.0 or something. But we're gonna have something a little bit different.
So you've been talking about what you've been doing over at BK.
Yeah,
and all
yeah,
that.
we're growing the business for
good.
Busted Knuckle. We're doing a whole lot of cool things. We've got big sponsors standing behind us. We just picked up Tub of Towel, so that's a really cool sponsor.
Really?
You know? Yeah, WD-40, they're helping us out with a lot of stuff.
Right,
So
right.
everything's growing really fast, and we're trying to keep up with it. That's why I'm not racing right now.
Yeah, but it's great to see you
Fair
out at the
enough.
races. You know what I
Yes.
mean? I know you're buggyless, and I
Yes.
know that starting a business,
Yeah. Well, I'll be
It's
honest.
just-
The reason that I'm out here right now is because we finally got the apartment built enough that we can lay our heads down. You know, we got a place to live, and that was the biggest thing. So
Outstanding.
Now we can spend some time out here hanging out with you guys.
So what do you think about this action today, man? Were you expecting it, or?
I think that you couldn't pick two better hills. I mean, seriously, though, the first one was surprising. They're so surprising, that first hill. You'd look at it and you'd think, oh, you just go right up it. And it was just eating people's lunch left and right. And the second hill you look at and think to yourself, that's going to be a nasty hill. And people are jumping it. So, I mean, it surprises you.
Me and Dave were looking at trying to figure out how to clean it out last year.
Yeah. Oh, it's a perfect spot.
Would you have gone right up the middle of Hill 2?
Honestly,
Do you remember the
yeah.
way
Back in the day, yeah. And before it was all dug out, I drove a pit bike up it. But yeah, no, I actually had the same line as Timmy whenever I walked up to the wall. I thought if I skirted that right-hand side, I could scoot up that little valley and make it up to the top. And there's a lot of risk with going right up the middle, but it looks like people are just absolutely thrashing it. So that is a really, really intimidating wall when you walk up to it in person.
Yes,
it does
it
not
is.
look like it in the videos here.
Will.
That was. What? He didn't go yet. What are you talking about? That was Little Tim.
Yeah.
So we should have Matt Holt on the line. Yeah.
You know, Matt, we were given a little bit of a hard time before his run, and
Dave was.
yeah,
Not you.
and it's kind of in jest. Part of it was in jest, but part of it was like, man, I understand the buggy's not done. You just put it together, and he has a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and
Oh yeah.
crap load of money in there.
Oh,
and
yeah.
His shocks obviously aren't anywhere near in his geometry he's working on. But I was like, look, man, you just gotta at some point just commit and do it. And when I saw what he did on hill number 1, it was awesome. And of course he had little Tim go right before him
Yeah.
and flip right over. So he's on the starting line like, oh crap.
Oh yeah. It gets in your
know.
head. It really does. When you're sitting there thinking about all the time, effort, money that goes into your buggy,
Yes.
and you're looking at the consequences if it doesn't go smooth.
Thinking about how long you're going to be spending in the shop if you break it this time and
exactly
you
right.
just finished it last. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah.
It's not something that you can just go get parts and bolt them on. It's not like you can take it to Jiffy Lube. You have to physically go out there and build it. It's your creation and it's your baby. And if you tear it up, you have to go back out there and fix it. And it gets in your head when you see somebody crash real hard in front of you.
And he was kind of like you, he didn't just go out and buy a bunch of parts. I mean, he fabbed up everything that he could fab
That's
up.
exactly
So,
right.
basically when he started getting in it, after he saw Timmy go back, he was like, well, I'm scratching the plan of just attacking and just
Yeah.
whatever. I'm going to get up there. And he started getting a little brutal. He started getting a little rough with the buggy.
Mm-hmm.
And that, and then he flipped. He got that out of the way. So it was really good to see.
Got that
Can't wait to
first
see
one
what.
over with.
He said that was his first time flipping in that buggy. So
sure
This is
was.
only his second time ever
Right.
racing it.
Right,
so.
and you know the engine cage was built a certain way, and when he rolled, a rock went in between there and just smashed his manifold. So we'll see because
Oh, really?
he's got parts broke on his manifold right now. So it might his motor might be acting up. We tried to kind of we tried to doctor it back up, but
He said he was on the fence on whether to add 2 hoops, and he wished he would have.
yeah, I mean a rock went right in between a spot about this big and it just smashed it. So
We
we'll
got
see.
Rick Berkey saying what's up, and Steve Howell. What's up, Big Wood?
Oh, is that Daddy-O right
yeah,
there?
I got Daddy-O up in
Oh,
here, and
Yeah, he's had some hard times here lately. We've had a bunch of heart surgeries and
man.
stuff, and he's doing good. Actually, he's doing really good. He's got to go back in next week, but he's usually here every weekend with us, cheering us on. And I hate that he can't be this weekend.
now I
but-
know where he gets. Now I know where you get your tenacity from.
That's right. He's exactly the same. Yep.
Yes,
he's always out there,
for sure.
cheering us on and everything else. And I hate that he can't be here. You know. It's-
What's up, Charles
one of the
Ayers? How you doing, Charles Ayers?
Riot Control.
Riot Control.
Yeah.
That'd be a cool name. I have a list of names. I want y'all tell me what I should name my next
There it
buggy.
is.
Put it out there.
Hit it in the comments.
That's right.
You guys get to possibly name Jake Berkey's next buggy.
Yeah, if I find it cool and you guys were the ones who did it, man, maybe we'll get
What's
you
his
some
next
swag. You know,
There it is. Everybody can always use some Riot or Busted Knuckle
and
swag.
Riot swag.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, you got to be dolled up.
Hold up. We were talking earlier about how we can recognize the drivers out there by their fire suits. Campbell and Travis Skelton both had the red fire pants with the black and white checker on the side.
Yeah.
So we were, and then he was talking about Matt Holt's turquoise. Well, his beadlocks matches buggy, and then it matches his T-shirt.
Match it
and- yeah,
turquoise
so
jewelry and
we've been
accessories.
discussing everybody's style out here.
Yeah, it's definitely cool. Who's on line? Is that Will? Will Stewart.
We got the man going postal, Will
What's
Stewart.
up, Cam Crocker?
Straight up the middle.
Yep.
Ah!
Oh, that's gonna make the highlight reel, y'all. Big air.
I did not realize
Big
that
air.
the trailer was getting smacked by rocks like that.
Dude, when Timmy went, I thought one was coming through the wall.
Wow.
It,
Wow.
it was a little scary.
Holy
Yes, it
This
was.
this is unbelievable.
Yeah, well, we looked, we didn't see anything, but on the other side of the camera, when you guys talk about it shaking the trailer when the buggies go off and
Yeah.
all that, it's a lot different than when you're inside the trailer.
Yes.
It's like you can hear the motor.
We're still talking about the one time we had the trailer door open and Matt Schisler took off right next to the starting line. I was right there. Oh my gosh, we were all like scrambling to cover our ears.
That
It was
buggy's
so loud.
That
It
buggy's loud.
hurt.
It's very loud.
I'm gonna go on the record and say that I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I think that Will Stewart just secured himself a podium position.
You think so?
Pretty close. Because I'm going by
Will's been
hill number
bringing it.
one.
Yeah.
I'm going by hill number one times. Holy crap.
He's got to be up there because
This
the first
could-
one he was real fast too.
He was really fast on hill number one.
Yeah, it was very
25.57.
And then that one he just smoked.
Smoked it with a 12.24.
Yep.
Now, for those of you just turning in, my name is Dave Z. I'm hanging out with Bree Molitor, special guest here, Mr. Jake Berkey.
Campbell.
Who do we have here?
Oh, he stuffed that one hard.
Campbell.
Oh yeah, he stuffed that one hard.
Big John Racing, repping West Tennessee.
Carrie Raging Hornet is down for the count. Unfortunately.
That's a special effect that you're looking at. Clyde's working some special effects into our broadcast.
I'm not a real producer.
I'm not really. You're not a real producer. Well, it's doing good. I mean, this is really cool setup. Yeah, the Raging Hornet broke his steering knuckle.
There it is. He got it. He's up there. He's up.
There you go. Heck yeah. So, Matt Schusler and John Campbell swung by the shop and about 2 weeks ago, and we've got some special things in the future for one of those two men. We'll let y'all find out what it is later on, but Matt Schusler and John Campbell, we've got some special stuff in the works for
Wow.
those guys.
That's pretty cool.
They stopped by the shop, and we did a bunch of measuring. I'll leave it at that.
Oh boy. Okay. On another subject, Brandon Davis with an 11:10 on hill number 2. He is leading hill number 2. Tim Cameron in second place with an 11:97, and then Will Stewart, not even a quarter, 1/4 of a second slower than Timmy was Will Stewart. Next in line was Ryan Boyd, Adam Ringer, Scott Goforth, John Campbell, Randall Key. And then we had Mike Welch, Austin Farmer, Jason Harrison, the Riot Buggy, Sam Carter, and Lil Tim Bacon, who did not finish. And we're not done yet.
For everybody that is commenting some names for Jake's new buggy, y'all are very creative. However, I do think he wants to stay with the Riot theme.
What do they got?
So make your name, whatever name you're suggesting has to suit a Riot theme. Let's
I'll
see.
have to go back and take a look.
Bad Habit. Let's see, I gotta find them all now. Police Code. Appetizer.
We're going to feel this one.
Rock Slinger.
It's cool.
Yeah. Eric Hagan says Boot Scoot Riot.
Eric Hagan, that's a good guy right there, man.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
been going through some hard times, but he's always been there no matter what, and good cat right there. We wish him the best. Yeah, definitely.
He's kind of like the third commentator. You
Yeah,
know, he takes
really
care
is.
of, he's like on the,
He's the online commentator.
he's my online commentator.
Oh,
he's awesome.
hilarious. He always has the signs and everything he hands
Yes.
up. Show me your boggers stuff.
I remember the one he made for Shelby, Shelby coming around the mountain when she goes.
I remember back in the Cable Hill days, sitting, 5 years ago on the side. He had those posters
Yes.
and everything, and the megaphone around his.
I think I had to give him a hard time because I never got a poster though. I don't think I ever got one. What?
Yeah. How many hits on that YouTube video right now?
Yeah, so the original Facebook post was from a friend of mine who had been to no events before, came with us, had an iPhone, took the thing, and when that happened, he posted it. Like right after it happened, he posted it, and that one's the one that got picked up, and it was
Where you
64 million
pirouetted
views.
in the air and
Yes,
came
it
back
was
down.
64 million views within about a 3-week span. And then some other places picked it up, and then they started sending us royalties, and we made a couple $100 a week off of royalties for that for like 2 months straight. Yeah, so it was kind of crazy. Junkin' Video and some other ones, it was wild. Yeah. So I guess
Now
we
you're
got
getting
Vago Crash.
some good names
We got
now.
Jailhouse Riot, Molotov,
Riot Squad.
Total Riot, Quiet Riot,
Quiet Riot, yeah.
Riot Maker.
Quiet Riot would probably be cool because it's gonna be the loudest buggy.
There you go. So, for those of you who are just tuning in, we are a little over halfway done with hill number 2, but you don't need to tune out because we may have a little special treat for you afterwards. We may be going to a bounty hill here.
Oh, that's gonna be cool.
So, I don't know how many drivers right now have signed up. We have to have a minimum, and someone's putting up $5,000, I heard.
Yeah, $5,000 from the park to be able to climb that hill.
So, we may be seeing some. Timmy Cameron.
What do you think about what Timmy said of how Riot Buggy
Yeah, I mean,
is set up for that bounty hill?
it's a really tall, straight up hill climb. The wheelbase is going to help out, and a long wheelbase rig is going to have a better job of climbing that hill than anything else. So I think he's 100% right.
Blade.
But a lot of it comes down to driver, knowing when to hit the gas, when to get off the gas, how hard to hit a ledge, where to hit a ledge, when to load and unload the suspension, hitting that face. If you stay in it, it goes up. It's like a motocross. You let out as soon as you hit it, it'll fall down on the top. So a lot of it's driver and buggy, but a lot of it's driver.
All right, y'all go grab a Coca-Cola real quick. We're going to be right back with Jake Berkey.
Affordable EFI is in sight now with Sniper EFI from Holly. Easy to install, self-tunes, and replaces most 4-barrel carbs. Forget cold start issues, hesitations, vapor lock, and flooding. Get big performance starting at just $999.95. Sniper EFI.
No matter how big or tough the job gets, Alpha Specialties has the trailer that's right for you at a great price.
Whether you're hauling ATVs, bulldozers, or whatever, Alpha Specialties has a lot full of trailers to fit your needs and an experienced service team that'll never let you down. Alpha Specialties is your one-stop shop for quality trailers, parts, and service.
Now offering customized North Star truck beds starting at $1,700 and Mission Aluminum enclosed trailers with a lifetime warranty. Whatever you're hauling, Alpha Specialties will get you there.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Dave Z.
I'm Bree Molitor.
Jake Berkey.
Jake Berkey. He's been off the scene for a couple minutes, but I don't think anybody's forgotten who Jake Berkey is.
Hey, I'll go ahead and tell you, I don't remember how to walk in the rocks. I've fallen down 3 times a day.
Isn't it crazy? Like on flat land.
It's
I've done
like
the same
a fisherman
thing.
being out of water for too long. You know, when I got on the rocks, I started slipping around. I fell down. I said, I need to get my land legs back here. I was like, my hill legs. I was all over the place. Yeah, I've even got my shoes on for climbing, but I was all over the place. So I've been out for a little while. Be back though.
Should have put your bogger shoes on, your stickies.
Yeah, normally I wear Crocs and that little back strap holds it in, but these tennis shoes, I guess, they got a little bit less traction.
Hey, if any of you have any questions for Jake Berkey, now's the time to ask. Don't come, hey, in 30 minutes, don't say, hey, I have something for Jake when he's gone. Ask him now. He's here. He's hanging out.
Yeah,
sucking up some of this air conditioning.
Yeah, I'm going to hang out as much as possible because it's nice inside this trailer.
That's right. If you are just tuning in and you hear us answering all of these questions, if you want to get in on this action, you have to come to Southern Rock Racing Facebook page or Rock Racing TV. You can get in on the live feed and ask Jakey what you want.
That's right, Eric. That's exactly right. We put on your climbing gear, you pull that croc strap up in the back.
So has the subject of turtles been brought up yet?
My turtle, my buddy.
Is it too soon? Is it too soon?
No.
Do we need to talk about it?
A bit, man. That was my buddy.
Man, he was. God, I remember that.
Left it with the babysitter and got out and ran away. It was terrible. We went out there cutting trails at Busted Knuckle Park. We came back. My turtle was gone. Storm came in. I was out there soaking wet in a storm looking for him.
Oh, that's so sad.
Look, I don't want to.
I carried him to the Hard Rock Cafe in my pocket.
I remember you had this turtle. It was like
No,
the,
this is
the size of a silver dollar, right?
We're not. Yeah, we're not kidding.
Finn? Was that his name?
Yeah. Finn.
I remember he had him in his little Tupperware in the truck.
Yeah. Let me paint a picture. Let me tell y'all may think we're kidding, but this was Jake's freaking pet.
His pet.
And
you had
Jake,
him since he was a baby.
oh my goodness!
Oh! That was a big rock.
What a save!
Now he's in a bad spot.
I think his motor shut off or something.
All right, y'all. This is what Timmy and I were talking about earlier. About him not making this hill.
That's exactly right. He didn't. Yeah, he didn't do well.
Look at. What are they doing?
I don't know.
There's Matt making sure he gets the shot there.
The fact that the motor
don't touch it
like that's not good.
Bellied out pretty hard.
Either that or he could be hurt. I don't know. What is?
Hang on. TC, one of the first up there to check on his buddy.
I can't really tell.
They're fighting it out for every point, but you know what? They're right there with each other, and they do anything for each other.
Yep, that's exactly right. It's kind of wild to see the companionship. You know, I mean, last year, Timmy had broken at Rush, and Bubba and I and a couple other guys were down there fixing his rig. And the reason that he ended up pulling the championship was because he was able to race that second hill because we fixed it, you know. And then Bubba ended up in second place, and Timmy ended up in first. But if Bubba would have said, you know what, screw you, Bubba would have had the points. And
this has kind of turned into one of the biggest bromances of 2018. I'm just going to put it out there.
It is. That'd be Timmy's big teddy bear. I don't know what's going on up there, man. But
how long have you been rock racing? There's a couple questions we got on here.
Okay, I've been rock racing. I don't know if you really call it rock racing, but my dad had an F-150, and I borrowed it when I was about 13, and I would in two-wheel drive go flying through the trails. I guess you could call that rock racing. But no, professionally, I've been doing it for about 4 years now. So, you know, I entered into a bunch of different events. I think you were there. That's when we met.
I met you at
Gold Mountain.
Gold Mountain, what? The Dixie Run.
The Dixie Run.
Yeah.
Yep. And I came. I showed up late.
You had that bandana on
I had
your
the
head.
bandana on the head. Yeah. I had a blue Jeep, and I either won or wrecked really bad.
You had that chassis, whatever it was you just built and wasn't powder coated or anything.
Oh, that
yet.
was the ride buggy.
Yeah,
that was
right?
the first race that I had entered into.
Yeah,
Yep.
we did. It was like, I had the Juggy, and I guess we raced it. Was it a race?
Yeah, it was
that
a
what we
race.
did?
And I ended up rolling at the end of the race, but that was the first time that I entered a race with a riot buggy.
I remember it had
But-
no powder coat or anything on it.
Right. But the year before, I had my Jeep and I tried Bounty Hill, and that's when I met Matt, Busted Knuckle Matt. I was trying to go up the Bounty Hill and lost control and rolled and like almost squished him, and then like landed on the tires and like went over there, and I was like, "Who are you?" I was I'm Matt. Next thing you know, we were just we hung out, and then like he at that point in time
Another
was,
great
like,
bromance.
filming with his cell phone, and then hell, a bunch of years later, here we are.
What size motor in the new buggy, and will it be naturally aspirated?
No, we will not be doing a naturally aspirated motor. It's going to be another supercharged engine. I absolutely love the way that the supercharged engine snaps. And
He's
the
an
way that it
he's an
loads.
engineer.
Right. It's just got so much throttle response, and the blower puts down so much power where you need it low end that I'm going to go back with a blower. And the new one will be well over 1,000 horsepower. So,
As far as any taking some steps for taking some safety steps with the blower,
not
anything?
really. No, I don't really plan on doing anything to slow it down.
What about a fire suppression system?
Yeah,
Would
so
you be-
we've installed a couple fire suppression systems for customers, and they seem like they're a really good idea. If some fire was to happen, you hit a button, everything floods, and it keeps it. And FireAid's actually working on a fire suppression system. FireAid's great because whenever you hit the button and it floods the system down, it doesn't tear up your powder coat. It doesn't ruin your headers and your wiring like a dry chemical does. So I would definitely consider putting one.
I've
of those
heard
in
it's
the
even food safe.
It
is that
is.
what he said?
It's
Yeah.
food safe. You can actually, if you wanted to, you could actually eat it.
So we could spray people in the face with it?
Pretty much, yeah. We can have
Where's
a lot
Travis
of fun with
Lovett
it.
when you
Or
eat it?
not feel bad when you get sprayed in the face anyway.
Right,
during
exactly.
When someone comes flying down a hill with it.
Yeah, about a year ago, I installed the buggy. There was no fire, and some guy just runs down the hill and like squeezes the trigger and blows me right in the face, up inside my helmet with dry chemical. Yeah, it was horrible.
Oh man. Somebody said Hard Rock Riot
Hard Rock Riot.
and Finn's Revenge.
Finn's Revenge. I like that.
Finn's Revenge. That's awesome.
That was my buddy right there, man.
Aw, Finn.
Dude, Jake used to take Finn, who used to carry in his pocket.
In my pocket.
Because Finn was like this big when you got it.
Just like a little
But then he
silver
was,
dollar.
Like full grown, right?
Yeah.
Didn't he? Yeah.
And he used to take him, and I'm not kidding. He used to walk Finn. He used to just let Finn go, and he used to go do his thing. 5-10 minutes later, I can't make this stuff up. Jake would come back, and Finn would be there, and it was the dangest thing. It was like a freaking dog, you know what I mean?
We would go down the interstate, and this thing was like a dog. It was weird.
It's like a dog.
You'd set him on the ground, and he would climb up your pant leg and sit right here. I would not put him there.
It's true.
He'd climb vertically up my clothing and sit right on my shoulder and watch cars go by. You ever seen a turtle do that?
No.
He was special.
No, he was.
He was special.
He truly was.
He was
I know
unbelievable.
we're kind of like going on and on
Playing
about
it
a little,
up.
quarter turtle, but no, this was something different.
He was totally weird, man. I don't know him.
Where did you get him?
So I was working in my shop one day, and I've got my buggy on the lift, and I'm walking, and all of a sudden I look down, and there's this little turtle, and he's walking in the shop. So I went over and I put him down in the grass, and I said, be free, little turtle, be merry and everything. And I'm wondering to myself, how did this turtle get into an industrial complex in the middle of my shop? I let him go, and I went to work, and I came back the next day, and my neighbor was over there, and the turtle went inside his shop. I put him way off in the woods, and he walked all the way back in. He was like attracted to people.
A dog.
I swear, it was the weirdest thing. He went inside there, he picked him up and put him in a little tank and had him and started feeding him. And every day I'd come home and I'd catch crickets with my bare hands, and I'd tear the little legs off and feed it to him until he got big. It was
He hurt his shoulder pretty bad.
totally weird.
All right, so we were just informed that Bubba is hurt. He did hurt himself. Hurt his shoulder. I'm sure the harness had something to do with that.
Oh, I'm sure landing hard, yeah.
So we should be getting either word from somebody,
yeah. he
or
came
maybe
out
we'll
really
be seeing
hard.
him. Maybe we could talk to him ourselves and see what's going on. It looks like his tire is done. I'm sure the wheel took a massive amount of damage.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah. It doesn't look like.
But it looks like the front end held up, which is amazing.
It's kind of amazing when you take a hit that hard in a buggy. I mean, as a driver, you can't even explain. It's like being in a full car wreck when you hit one of those walls and you see it on video and it just looks like you kind of hit and jumped. But when you're in there and you hit, I mean, it feels like you have been in a car accident.
Looks like the rear end is broke, though. It looks like
it looks like a broken axle.
Yeah, it looks like an axle's done and back.
Talking with Dad about trying to, incorporate some sort of suspension, like under, because we have the ISP seats, which hold you in, but there's no suspension at all. So when you bottom out on something, like that, and then there's nothing to stop that shock from just traveling up your spine. So we were talking about, some kind of like suspension underneath the seat or.
Yeah. Well, I mean, from an engineering standpoint, if you take a hammer and put it on a nail, you cannot drive that hammer or drive that nail as easy as if you pick up and slam it back down. And that's why a suspension seat kind of doesn't work, because if you're allowed to come off the seat and then land back down, you're swinging a hammer and your body weight becomes a pendulum. You know what I mean? You start putting a lot of force down. And the ISP has a bunch of foam underneath it to try to stop that from happening. It's got a real big, thick foam. But I mean, the fact of the matter is when you fall from that type of distance at 40 miles an hour and you land on the belly pan on a rock, that force has got to go somewhere.
It's got to go somewhere,
and it's going to go into your body, and it's tough no matter what you do. I feel bad for Bubba, man. That was a tough hit right there.
Houston Phillips, we would like to know about Bubba also. Bubba right now is working his way down the hill. We figure if his injuries were bad enough, he would not be coming down right there. They would have gotten him up, or they would have secured him and gotten him out of the buggy right there. He's good enough to drive down the hill. We are praying for him and hoping that the injuries or whatever he experienced was minor. And I promise you this, as we've always done, we will let you know as soon as we know the condition of Bubba Bacon. He is not out of the buggy yet. He's parking it on his own. And following Bubba Bacon, I'm gonna let you know right now. Speaking of getting into somebody's head,
yes,
Matt Holt right now has got to be terrified.
Oh, absolutely. But that's Bobby right there.
Oh, is that Bobby? It's the Ford. I'm sorry. I didn't even see that. I didn't see the Ford.
Matt's out. Yeah.
We got Bobby Tanner in a rental. Those are the two things that you can always say that mean it's about to go epic every single time. Bobby Tanner rental. It's going to be epic.
I'm happy seeing the Ford buggy back out here today.
Yeah, it is. That buggy is a very, very nice buggy. Some of the best workmanship I've seen in a long time. Yeah.
Yes, we miss you, Brandon.
Huge shout out to Brandon Dillon.
For
the loaner.
At least do like me and show up for a race once in a while.
That's right.
Say hi to everybody.
What's up, Brandon?
Say hi. So I've got a bet that I'll make with you right now.
Oh boy.
I think is he talking to Bree? I can't. No, he's looking dead at me.
Looking at you, David.
Wow! I will make you a bet that Bobby Tanner goes straight up the middle.
No, there's no doubt.
And doesn't lift.
Oh, he's not going to lift. He's not going to lift.
I can't believe he hit the first ledge that hard. I mean, he just flat-footed it. The motor was running funny the whole entire time, but
I just think that the suspension, he wasn't absolutely not used to the suspension. Bree brought up the point that he's not used to a single seater, and 100%, and it was very apparent right off the bat. So I don't think he's going to lift, but I don't know how it's going to go for him.
Right. Well,
I don't know if it's going to soak up like blue.
We'll see. If the buggy holds together and you hit it straight in the middle, I believe you go right out the top. You got
Brandon did it.
You got to have big parts to make it happen.
Hey, Scott, good luck at the track tonight. God bless you. And give Lonnie a hug for us. Stay safe tonight, brother, and good luck. Bring that money home.
Come on, Bobby.
Bobby Tanner in a Ford.
Whoa!
Not what he had planned.
How how does a man take that impact over and over and over?
Bobby is freaking tough.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't really.
I don't know that he lifted.
I don't think he.
I forgot.
And he did hit it
He-
square
he
wide
hit
open. So I believe that I would have won if somebody would bet me.
I was thinking made it.
No, he kind of got a bad bounce.
All right.
It seemed like he
We're
just
looking
stuck
for a
that top
thumbs
there.
up. We're looking for a thumbs up. Hey, can you get on the radio and get Bubba's condition, please, and get Brandon Davis in here? Brandon's right there.
Can somebody get Brandon Davis in here?
He's
He's right there.
So I think he's okay.
Bobby is one tough dude.
Yeah, I watched him throw a drive shaft out of his buggy, hit him in the arm, broke his arm, and continue to four-wheel all day long. He
Yep.
just four-wheeled with one arm up in the air.
And
it
he
was
also cut the cast off earlier than he was supposed to because it was in his way.
Yeah, he's
what I heard.
Tough as nails. I swear he doesn't feel pain. The impacts that man takes is just unbelievable.
What's up, Brandon?
Howdy.
Brandon Davis.
I didn't know if I just stand here or
You standing in the air conditioning?
come sit in y'all's lap.
Get some air.
You were trying to make up for hill number 1, weren't you?
Redeem myself.
Redeemed yourself a little bit. Yep. A hill number 1 would have been a smoking hill too if that power steering belt would have stayed on.
Yep.
You know what to do. Just machine those pulleys a little bit taller.
That'll be done probably by the end of the day tomorrow.
By the end of the day tomorrow. Never make that mistake again, right?
Yes.
Yep. I've been down that road myself a bunch of times with
Well, it's a
throwing
simple,
belts.
I hate simple stuff because
Yeah.
you can bolt check, you can do fix stuff, do everything you can, but a belt.
Come on over
Yep.
here, Brandon.
Yep.
Y'all, you can take a seat or.
I squeeze in here.
It's nice in this trailer, isn't it?
Give you a hug or something.
Ladies and gentlemen, no, we'll save that for next time. Hey, we can't be using them up, brother.
To Heather Moore, not really sure what you're talking about. The cages are extremely strong for what they go through.
Come on with that. He's only got 2 front flaps.
Possibly because he bellied out when Bubba bellied out when he landed. Might be what she's referring to.
Yeah,
Maybe she misunderstood
yeah.
what his situation was there.
Yeah, I'm not really too sure what you're talking about there. You bottom out, you're just not landing on the suspension,
Yeah.
and you might as well be dropped.
There's no shocks on the bottom of the buggy.
Exactly. You might as well just be dropped on your tailbone
Will
from
Stewart's the
8
story
foot up in the air at 40 miles an hour or whatever.
That's awesome.
Now you're talking. Yeah. Now
There
you're
we
talking.
go.
Now
Okay.
that would do it.
You take my idea and you engineer something.
All right. Is this Schuessler up there?
This, look.
And if anyone
I
takes
know,
my
that's
idea,
I know.
everybody knows now that I started it.
Bubba.
We've been using some real thick UHMW on the bottom of our skid plates, and it does have impact resistance, so it kind of feels a little bit better when you land, but still not an end all. You land on the skid plate hard, it's going to hurt regardless.
The second hand, like short shocks in there.
Yeah.
A lot of people been asking about you.
Yeah.
Bubba, come here for a second, brother. Can you hand that to him?
We got a full house in here.
Yeah, y'all go out there, and the camera's not on us. A lot of people been asking about you. They say the show's great, but we don't care about the show. We want to know how Bubba's doing.
Tell us about your run. Tell us how you are.
Oh well,
Just give us an update.
everything went as planned except the landing. I didn't land far enough up a hill and it bellied out, and I bent my gas pedal, so that's why I couldn't keep going.
Oh my gosh!
So I didn't have no throttle. I couldn't take back off. I wouldn't. When it stopped, I didn't stop because I was hurt. I couldn't gas it. It wouldn't go.
Breath knocked out.
No, I mean I got the breath knocked out of me, but we can drive through that. I didn't have no gas pedal.
Oh man!
Now it may have been hard on you, and it may have been hard on your buggy, but I know somebody else who it's been hard on. How you doing, Miss Rebecca? You hanging in there?
Yeah,
All right, thank God he's
We're kind of all
okay.
panic mode over there in the
Amen.
No joke.
bacon corner.
I appreciate it.
I mean, there's just certain things you don't think
Oh, here
about
we go,
upgrading. You know what I mean? Like, who needs a heavier gas pedal? You know, like quarter-inch thick gas pedals. I mean, what are we gonna do next? You know? I mean,
Yeah.
And the bromance is alive. Timmy
Oh,
was
yeah.
first on the scene.
yeah.
Timmy's right there for you.
Oh, I appreciate him.
Like in your face.
I appreciate everybody.
Like up on the cage.
Yes.
He beat you at Rebecca. Where were you?
Hey, I got stuff in the camper.
I got it right here. Yeah, no, I don't.
Clyde's got a bottle in his truck. Right there.
Already.
You gonna feel that in the morning.
Appreciate it. We all got a call.
Appreciate you, Bubba.
Well, I can promise you a bacon talking about them shoulders hurting. That was a lick.
And
It would put a normal man in a coma. Oh yeah, it was bad. He bailed out hard.
And just to let you know, this is Brandon Davis, our current leader for Hill number 2, and we're also sitting with Jake Berkey. Brandon, here's the mic.
That Blake Schultz standing in front of us.
Okay, gotcha. Oh, what?
I'm excited about Schuessler. I think that he's going to put on a show right now. He's got a wicked motor, and he doesn't really care if he wrecks or not or what happens. He's just out there.
I'm seeing a theme.
Yes, he's definitely a fun driver to watch.
Do you envision him in there when he's hitting that?
It just
going, woo, screaming at the top of his lungs.
All right, this is our last driver for today.
That's just our last guy.
Now, Brandon, you may hear a little rock. Feel this.
That buggy should not be flipping up.
That sounded real.
It did. Is he coming in the trailer with us?
We got a few trees. When you see a buggy tumbling and you
Yeah, and you're watching a buggy go towards the trailer
Trying
that
to
we're
get to the
in,
other side of
and
the
like
trailer.
I'm starting to put it
Hey, there's
together.
rocks right there way as much as the buggies. I like the front.
Unless they go over it.
That is pretty weird. I was like,
Yeah,
thanks to such a weird.
yeah, like we could be sitting here just about to die and just watching.
Oh my gosh.
Hey.
Slowing
I
hard
thought
in
they
the
were
wall.
going to come through the
That
wall.
motor. Like,
It's ugly.
I was like,
Yeah.
I didn't realize they were going to be turned that way.
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah, your truck.
Who are we talking about?
Hang on, stand by.
I won't have a clue until all that gets done. I'm waiting everybody running.
All right, so here's the deal. After this, we're going to see if any of the drivers out there are going to take some folks up on this bounty hill. If so, we're definitely going to televise it. And I know Clyde Bynum is going to be... Clyde Bynum is really going to be tabulating everything, seeing where everybody is. I kind of have a feeling who walked away with today. Don't you, Brie?
I got a pretty good feeling.
What about you, Jay?
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't want to spoil it. I don't want anybody to ask me because I don't want to be wrong. Yeah, I think I have a pretty good idea of who ran away with it today. There was a couple guys that stood out that just did an amazing job on both hills, and there was one guy in particular that just, smoked both hills, and I feel like that'd probably be the top guy.
Now, if Will Stewart doesn't make the podium, and I'm not saying he's about to make the podium, but if Will Stewart doesn't make the podium, I'll be one surprised Yankee because he put on one heck of a show today. Timmy Cameron smoked both. If Brandon didn't run into mechanical problems on the first hill, he would have definitely been right up there.
Brandon had a smoke and run all the way to the very last second. He was already over all the hard stuff, and he just had to accelerate to the finish line, and the steering came off.
I was staring at the finish line.
Yes, you were
like
right there.
accelerating, and that's what, I was in a turn, and that's what debris or rock or something got in that belt
When
at
you
the right place.
throw your helmet across the line or
Yeah.
something.
And I was turning left, so when it went, it just locked left.
Yeah, and you can't turn them at all.
I was
when
trying
the
to turn
steering
back
wheel's
uphill, and
yeah.
Yep. There's a tree in front of me. Usually you can, gas brake to get it to turn, but with a tree in front of you.
And there was just so much traction out there. It wasn't wanting to
wasn't.
turn,
It's like a rock bouncing round table right now. Scott Goforth just walked in. What's up,
We need
Scott?
more microphones.
Yeah, you did good today.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you did real good today.
Tell us, Scott, what hill number 2?
Hill number two was nasty. You had to have 100% commitment, and I got over in the trees.
You still made it,
But
though.
I made it, yeah.
That's right.
I made a respectable time. So,
That's right.
yeah.
Not bad at all.
Yeah.
You just went with leaf whipping on the way.
I don't know. All over that tree, and I thought, well, I'm hung. Do I quit and I keep going? What do I do? And they finally spun around there, and we got out the top. So.
What about Timmy's run? Did you know right off the bat?
Well, I wanted to go up the middle like Brandon did, and I seen Timmy run. I said, well, that's the line,
Right.
And I don't know, went in too hot or just kicked me sideways a little bit into the trees, but we made it out top, so that's great.
Good one. Motor sounds healthy.
Yeah, it is. Very healthy. I don't think I could have done that with other motor.
No. You got to have that snap to be able to jump up on the new rocks.
Yeah, it's got it.
It definitely has. There's no doubt about that.
Janet, yes, each driver can drop one race during the season. So, just to answer that question.
All right, let me ask, hey, Scott, well, is there anybody that you'd like to thank, Jake?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I want to thank, first of all, my number one sponsor, Busted Knuckle. I mean, Matt and everything that we've done together has made us successful and be able to get to where we're at today. I've got a laundry list of other sponsors. I want to thank everybody that that helps me out and everything. Radflow Shocks and Magnuson Superchargers, and we can go all the way down the list of all the different places. But I'm not racing right now, so we're returning the favor and saying thank you to all the sponsors on our videos on Busted Knuckle. So you can go on there and check out some of our action and everything, subscribe and see all the different videos. So I want to thank everybody. You guys have been great too.
I want to thank my sponsor, Scott Goforth, from Goforth Tire for my 43s. I couldn't have done it without you, Scott. I promise you know what I'm talking about. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. You do so much for not just all the racers out here in the series, but you do stuff for average Joes like me. And we really appreciate it, brother.
Yep.
And we thank your dad also, who's the real power behind the company right there. He's selling tires right now. Look, y'all stay tuned. If you see us come on back live, you're not going to want to miss it. Jake, you want to take us out of here?
All right, everybody, make sure you go to southernrockracing.com and check out the event schedule and make sure you make it to the events, because this right here in person is unlike anything else. Check out our Facebook channels of all of Southern Rock Racing, all the Busted Knuckle stuff that you see out there and the race coverage. And as always, thank you for watching.